Hi friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I am thrilled that you're here with me today. This is a YouTube premiere video. What that means is I'm pre-recording this video, but I'm live with you in the chat during the allotted time. If you're watching this video after that point, I'm not live in the chat anymore, but I will be in the comments here and there answering questions. So I just want to let you know, this is something a little different than a YouTube live. It's what I would consider the second best thing, but I thought I would try it out and see if it would work a little better for me for the summer months. So we have the 30 days of creative inspiration calendar here, and it has been a while since I have done one of my videos that I say I'm gonna do on my YouTube live. And so today for our premiere, I am gonna do a side panel fun fold card. I saw this card originally on Mixed Up Crafts by Sam Calcott, I think is how you say her last name, and I'll link to her information. But incredible card, super beautiful. We'll get into that in a minute. If you want to get this calendar completely free from me every single month, all you have to do is subscribe to my email. There's a link below this video in the description box that says get my emails. It's at the very bottom. You got to scroll all the way down. Once you get in that description box, click that, sign up for my emails, and then make sure to confirm that email, and then you'll have access to my creative inspiration calendars, and I send them out at the end of every month for the following month. Okay, the other thing I want to tell you is in the month of June, when you place an order with me, any size, I don't care what size, you'll get this thank you card from me in the mail, along with this cute little flamingo charm. Isn't that sweet? Now there's a super awesome deal happening starting on Wednesday, June 21st. So if you're watching this video on Tuesday, June 20th, 2023, tomorrow, Stampin' Up! Is doing free shipping for all orders of $75 or more. So you're gonna wanna get your punch cards out, make sure you do a punch. You'll get one of these guys for free from me, along with the little charm. And for tomorrow only, June 21st, 2023, you will get this pack of embellishments from me. These are the 2022-2024 in color pearls. You'll get these for free when you place your order as a thank you gift. And then I'm also doing a giveaway. So anybody who places an order with me tomorrow will be entered to win this beautiful exclusive kit that is no longer available, I don't think. It's got some beautiful cards that you can make, and then this beautiful lunch bag. So if you're interested in any of that, you can place a $75 order or more with me through Stampin' Up! Tomorrow. Link below the video for that. You want to make sure you use my link. The offers for these freebies are just from me, not from Stampin' Up! And so make sure you use my link. And nope, you don't have to use a host code. So no host code necessary. All right, let's get into this card. I've chatted too much already. For this card, you're gonna need a 7" by 10" piece of cardstock. I'm using fresh freesia. You're going to start out using your trimmer that has a scoring blade. And you're going to, now I have to look at my notes. This is a little bit complicated. Okay, you're gonna line it up at the 1" mark, and you're gonna score from 1" on the bar to 6 inches, okay? 1" to 6 inch. Then you're going to move this to the 6" mark, and you're gonna line this up at 1" and score from 1" to 6. Then you're gonna turn your cardstock. So your portrait side is at the top. Line it up at 1". And guess what? You guessed it, we're gonna score from 1" to 6". And then we're going to go to the 5" mark. No, 6" mark, sorry about that. And then we're going to score from 1" to 6". So essentially what we've done is we've made a square. Now we're going to score at 2 inches, but only in between the 1" and 6" mark, okay? So you don't want to score at the top or the bottom. Hopefully you can see this. Let me zoom out a little. There we go. That makes it a little better. Now my camera is going to wobble for a second. Then we're going to move this over to the 5-inch mark. And we're going to score just this top little piece down to the 1 inch. We're going to skip the center and we're going to score the bottom from 6 to 7. Okay. So we've scored, I don't know if you guys can see these score lines at all. I don't think you can. You just got to trust me. Then we're going to score at 7.5 all the way across, which feels so liberating. All right, now we're going to turn our cardstock back with the portrait side at the top. We're going to line this back up at that 1 inch mark. We're going to take our blade this time and we're going to cut from 1 to 6. And you might be thinking, well, why didn't we just do that in the first place? Truth be told, because it's just easier to kind of get all your lines set out before you start cutting. Then we're going to move it to the 6 inch mark and we're going to cut from 1 to 6. Okay. Now, if you're feeling a little overwhelmed by all the scoring and the cutting and everything, that's okay. Don't worry. Don't fret. I have a free project sheet for you on my blog, so you don't have to worry about it at all, okay? Their measurements are there, and you can always stop, rewind, fast forward, pause on these videos. So now we're gonna fold. So for our first fold, we're gonna go back, but you wanna be careful because you don't wanna fold these sides here, okay? You just wanna get a little bit of a crease going there. Then here we're gonna fold down. So we've done a peak, and now we're gonna do a valley. And then we're going to do a peak, and then we're going to do a valley. Okay, so peak, valley, valley. And then, oh, I forgot these ones. Peak, okay? When we go in, like so, it just all starts to come together so beautifully. All right, now we're gonna grab our bone folder because this is where the magic stays the magic. You gotta use a bone folder, okay? I really love this bone folder because it is actually made of bone, is my understanding. And so it just works great. It's not like a plastic piece or anything like that. Don't ask me what kind of bone. I don't know where they get it. Let's hope nothing gross. Okay, so then there's the base of your card, okay? Now we have all these layers to add to it that are super simple. So this is basic black, and it is cut. I have all my measurements here. Let me look. So all your black pieces, you're gonna need 2 1/4 by 6 3/4, 3 3/4 by 4 3/4, 3/4 of an inch by 6 1/2. No, by 6 3/4, 3 3/4 by 3 1/4, or 3/4, and another one. So 2 of those, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Then we're using the Delightfully Eclectic Designer Series paper, which I just keep using over and over. Apparently it's my favorite. And they're 1/4 of an inch smaller than each of the black pieces, okay? So all of those measurements are available for you over on my blog with that free project sheet. All you have to do to access that is click the description box below. In the description box, it says measurements and supplies. When you click that link, it takes you directly to my blog. If you scroll down right above the video, you'll see a link that says click here to print the project sheet. And that will have everything on it. It'll have the supplies I used, and it will also have all the measurements and a photo of this card so that you can see and remember how to make one of these cards. You can print that project sheet and keep it. I have project sheets for almost all of my projects over the years, in one form or another, but super easy. This card is really easy to do. It looks a little intimidating. It does have a lot of steps, but once you've done it one time, you're good. You could just make these over and over and over. Now this card is 5 by 7 when it is finished. It is not a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card. It is 5 by 7, so you need 5 by 7 envelopes. I get my 5 by 7 envelopes on Amazon, and I will link to them. A lot of people have asked me recently, by a lot I mean like 3 or 4, because you know, in my world that's a lot of people. They've asked me recently, where do I get my 5 by 7 envelopes? Or where is my Amazon store? That's what people ask. Where's your Amazon store? Well, again, if you go to that description box in the link below the video, the Amazon link store is there along with any other things that I do. So like my MISTI link is there. My Stampin' Up! Online store is there. All of those things. All right. So we're just layering each of these pieces. And again, the measurements are there for you on my blog. I love this paper, the Delightfully Eclectic. I gotta be honest, I went through all my designer series papers trying to decide which designer series paper to use for this card. And I kept saying to myself, Wendy, you've got to use something besides the Delightfully Eclectic. It's all you've used. And then finally I said, you know, just use what you love. Don't try to use something else because you feel like you need to. Just use what you love. And I love this paper. I just think it's beautiful. It's a nice, big, thick, huge pack of designer series paper, which I always find super helpful. Speaking of designer series paper, it is 15% off. Several different ones are 15% off right now. So you can get a great deal on the designer series paper. Highly recommend pairing that with the free shipping. Holy mackerel, you're gonna save a ton of money. All right, now we're going to decorate this card. To finish this card off, I'm gonna do something really simple. I'm using the Wanted to Say dies from Stampin' Up. I love these dies. Word dies are one of my favorites. So all of them have like a bubble and then the writing. So like this one says celebrate. This one, there was a happy birthday. You're too kind, and this says feel better soon. And then there's some cute hearts and stars and just some little pieces and parts. So what I did is I cut 2 of the black layer pieces, and I'm just going to use my Tombow glue, which is fantastic. This glue is only like $4.50 or something like that. It's fairly inexpensive. And it's one of my go-to glues. I actually prefer it over most other adhesives. And then I'm just going to take this and glue it to the card base. And then I'm going to show you where we are going to write our message to our recipient. So right here, we'll do our happy birthday just kind of right in the center. So one of the things I like about this glue is I can kind of fiddle it around. So when it's up like this, you're going to be able to see the whole happy birthday. So I like it because it doesn't glue like sticky solid right away. So you can kind of like move your pieces around. So these are reverse tweezers. Stampin' Up! Sells an entire embossing kit that has like reverse tweezers in it. But I had these before Stampin' Up! Sold theirs. And these I got on Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. And then I added my little flamingo charm to the end of them. And I just love having a little charm on my stuff. I don't know why, but it just makes me so happy. I like having them on my planners. I like having them on my little crafting tools. I don't know. They're just cute. So we're going to add And flamingos are my favorite. I love flamingos. I guess you could say they're my favorite bird. They're not my favorite animal, but they're my favorite bird. I just think they're beautiful. I know they're stinky and like messy, I think, but I don't care. What am I doing? I'm like fighting this. I can just lay this flat. Okay. So we're just getting it kind of positioned, and then again, I'm able to kind of maneuver it around just a little bit for a minute while it dries. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So it's when it's all flat, it's like this. But when somebody pulls it out of there, you can stand it up like this. And then you can write your message right here on the back. Just flatten it out, write your message here, and then you've got your beautiful message. Isn't that great? Such a fun, pretty card. Really beautiful. In this particular case, the designer series paper steals the show. So I didn't really want to put anything super elaborate here in the center. However, you could keep all of this way more subdued and not use something with big, bold flowers. And then you could do a whole scene here in the center. There's all kinds of options. You could also put a little pocket here and have a little cash or a gift card stuck there. You could also make a little pocket here and put like a little bookmark or something like that. Sam's version shows you how to do a bookmark, and so I am going to link to her blog post over on my blog so that you can see it. All right, thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you guys super enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below the video, and don't forget, tomorrow is free shipping. Thanks for taking time out of your day to spend time with me, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.